Okay, everyone, hello. Apologies, I'm in a rush. This camera is really skewed, but you are getting more of a forward look, I hope. Difficult day today. That's a visit from the... How the heck would I even translate it? Societal help from the city. They were ensuring that my brother is allowed to go to the place that he is going every day. Oh, and then day after tomorrow we have holidays. Big holidays, which is super annoying. Okay, I'll see you in a moment. Okay. less cloudy than in the last 2 days, more cloudy than usual. That about sums it up. Yes, it's illegal for cyclists to drive on the where people are supposed to be walking, but I honestly prefer it because them trying to drive on the road for cars here is genuinely dangerous. Pavement is pretty broad, so it's unlikely they would hit someone. Controversial statement, I know. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay. Computex started. And separately NVIDIA had a GTC. They announced N1X and a couple other projects. I would say do not buy laptops with N1X. Especially for personal use. And for local, the horrible word AI, it's not horrible, but if you want it to be anything more, slightly more expandable, then you just should have bought the GX a year ago. So, that's the same thing, except you can network it properly. So still has it. They've been working years to make it work, so NVIDIA was talking about how it's making sure that Adobe Premiere and Photoshop, that they work natively on its chip, not through translation layer. Qualcomm has that like for 2 years now. So yeah, that's not. And the single core oh boy, Cortex 925. Not a bad SKU, but that's I mean, I have better in my smartphone. I have a better core in my smartphone because I have X4, and I also do have 725, so which is, you know, their performance core. Okay, see you in a bit. Yeah. So I'm sorry, but NVIDIA will have issues with single core performance, which is like very important for notebooks, laptops. Wherever they plan to sell that, it's not going to be good enough. Or rather, it's probably going to be barely good enough. And That's MediaTek doing it, which is weird because MediaTek was the first one who broke with like Big Little, and they went with super big or prime big. So if the chip was like based on Dimensity or something like that, it should have been X4, or not X4. I don't know, it should have been X family and 9725 or 725. 925 or 725 family. Then it would pack a punch of a kind. It doesn't need to have that many of them. 4 prime cores, 16 P cores, maybe 6 prime cores or 5. Laptops will cost fortune when it comes to RAM, and the RAM will be the most important part of the laptop if you are trying to do some kind of inference. Oh, there is a plane. Oh. Maybe you can see it now. There is a military, well, there is an airport there, of course, and a military airport as well, so we have all kinds of planes flying here. Enterprise CPU, but those are based on Neoverse family. Good luck, I guess. That's all I'm going to say. but at least in enterprise they will have like 72 cores or something like this. So yeah, for enterprise it's not the worst for some kind of light workload. I don't exactly see like a huge market for this stuff, for all of it, honestly, because who's going to buy that? Even the DGX, which was likely the best product of that whole family they released so far, how many did they sell? Not that many. It's mostly trying to compete with Strix Halo, which, yeah, it's more powerful than Strix Halo, but because it's Windows on ARM, it's probably initially going to have a problem, especially if NVIDIA is again writing their not so great drivers like they usually do now for the last year, then this might be painful. And Windows on x86 full Zen 4-core versus like top ARM core from what, 2-3 years ago. This is going to be painful. This is going to be a massacre. The other thing they want to compete with is Apple. Good luck trying to compete with that. Well, NVIDIA has some following, so yeah, they will get some sales, but the point is whether they will get repeatable sales. Again, single core performance like Apple will be what, 60% faster? More? And single core performance mostly depends on single core performance, how snappy the computer feels, how fast applications open, basically latency stuff, more or less. Not how fast stuff is being done in bulk, but yeah, more complex things. Okay, I'll be back in a bit. Okay. What explains, of course, both of those chips is that it was supposed to come out almost 2 years ago. I believe October or November 2024. A year and a half ago. So yeah, back then it would be understandable. Still not the best, but understandable. Right now, ooh. No, definitely not. Okay, see you in a bit. Meanwhile, 20 minutes later. Okay, I have ice cream, so I can't go and fill the tank. Didn't have time. Okay. Short, if you are so unlucky that you have to buy a new hardware, don't buy N1X if you don't know what you're doing. And please don't buy a company's product just because it's that company's. Like, to a degree I can understand Apple, like people who buy Apple. There is a certain yeah, it's understandable. NVIDIA is not Apple, just like many other companies who think they are Apple. NVIDIA is not Apple. Thank you. Like, share, and subscribe, and please, most of all, take care. Goodbye.